Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop. It sucks the most because I seriously was only at this company for 2 months. I literally got this job in October and loved every single second of it. Unfortunately, the company was acquired and a lot of us were let go. Nothing you can do about it, but it definitely sucks. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't know if I want to even keep working for a company or what. I got my real estate license back in early October. I'm like, maybe I should just pursue that. But I also really liked the idea of having like a stable income with a job. I'm also getting married this year and have lots of expenses. So yeah, I still know it's going to be a great year. Like, I'm truly trying to be positive. I know everything happens for a reason, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
I just got laid off and I'm 9 months pregnant. I just got laid off and I'm 9 months pregnant. Great. So listen, I just need the internet to pay me for a second. Thankfully, I did get paid all the way through my maternity leave. However, freaking Uncle Sam came in and took like a third of that. So it is what it is. Like, I'm thankful I at least got that. But if anyone needs a director of digital marketing or any type of marketing, I have background in billboards, radio advertisements, digital, social media, Facebook ads, Google ads, Pinterest ads, all types of ads that you could possibly ever need. I have a success rate of traction on YouTube and getting new followers through tag-based automation. I do a lot of workflow automation. So I have a lot of experience. So if anyone needs a director of marketing of any kind, let me know. I am available to start on March 6th. So thank you. Also, I'll drop my Venmo if you want to donate to the cause.
So I'm going to go ahead and say the quiet part out loud, which is after being let go from my last contract job right before Christmas, I will no longer be applying to any more jobs. No, I will no longer be applying to any more jobs moving forward. And I know you're like, Tiffany, that literally sounds insane. What are you talking about? How are you going to afford rent? How are you going to afford groceries? How are you going to afford life's necessities? Let me explain. As someone who has been working in corporate social media for the past couple of years, whether that be full-time, part-time, contractually, whatever the case may be, I've just realized that the positions are just way too high turnover. On top of, they want you to do the job of 5 people into one, and it's extremely underpaid and undervalued. And so I'm tired of looking for a job every 4 to 8 months, getting excited and pouring my passion and my energy into something, staying up countless nights, whether that's recapping an award show or whatever the case may be, and being dumped whenever they feel like dumping me. And after being able to grow my account this year on TikTok and reaching my goal, which was 10,000 followers, mind you, I hit 12,000 followers in December. So I superseded my goal. I've decided that I believe the reason why I can't keep a job is because God is trying to tell me I need to invest in myself. And I've tried to take the safe route for so long, y'all. But something in me is telling me that I have to bank on me. And I will say, thankfully, I do have a source of income through an opportunity where I will be able to afford my rent and a couple of other things. And this is a huge risk, but it's time. It's time. If I can build brands and grow their following and grow an amazing community for these brands and unfortunately get attached to the brands that I work with, I can do that for my own, for me, for Mommy Tip, for the pop culture baddie. And this is not to say if an opportunity comes my way that I wouldn't, look at it and take it and see what it's about. But my point is that I no longer am going to be working myself up unless it is for me. And call me selfish, I don't care. But it's time. And if you're watching this video and you've been kind of on the brink of like whether or not you want to invest in yourself as an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, just investing in you, period, I say go for it. I might eat my words, in a couple of months, who knows, but hopefully not. I believe that God will always got me. He's always got me, and he always has. So with that being said, I just wanted to be transparent with you all and let you guys know what's going on in my life. So if you've been seeing me post a lot of content, not just here on TikTok, but also on my YouTube channel, it's because I finally have the time to. But also, too, it's because this is really what I want to do. And this is what makes me happy. And I finally have the opportunity to really go all in on myself. And I know I'm going to make it. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Mommy Tip out.
That job will literally let you work a full shift, okay? A full-blown 8, 10, 12, however many hours you work, okay? They'll make you work all that and then fire you at the end of the day. I'm sorry, what? But the employee is expected to give a 2-week notice? Like, how are we still living in this fantasy world, okay, where the employee is expected to give a 2-week notice, but the employer is not expected to give any kind of notice? And then on top of that, make you work your shift. At least, call me when I'm in bed. Let me know right then and there. Don't even get up, sis. We're letting you go today. Don't even bother doing your makeup, okay? Because look, you can't even afford it after this. Like, let them know. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And honestly, I know a lot of people these days don't even give 2-week notices. They'll just say, hey, I'm resigning. Here you go. Today's my last day. Okay. And what are they going to do? They're probably just going to give you that note. If the next employer calls, they're just going to say, yeah, they didn't give a notice or whatever, which I don't even know if that's legal anymore. I know that they're very limited now to what they can say if, the next job calls the past job. All I got to say is if you're not given a 2-week notice, good for you.
Almost 100 educators are going to lose their job in December, and for what? Last night, the East Orange, New Jersey School Board voted to lay off almost 100 employees. But this is how the community responded. Look how many people are there. Look how many people turned out to show their educators in their schools that they love them and they care about them. But despite the room being absolutely packed, the school board still voted to lay off almost 100 people in December. A district employee said, we are already understaffed, and now our students are facing the ordeal of now having buildings with even less teachers, which means more crowded classes and less help and support for our students. How is that what is best for our children? Who lays off staff in the middle of the year? Their state aid has remained constant. However, the district says that they have a budget gap of $25 million and that they would not be able to run payroll in May or June without laying off staff. My question is, why didn't y'all know this back in March when you had to do your budget? Budgets were due, I believe, in April. What was going on then? How did y'all not know this over the summer? It sounds like the staff were not happy, and I completely understand that. The fight is not over, though, and East Orange, I always have your back.
I know I can't be the only person noticing this, but I am seeing a lot of people posting about just getting laid off or actually recording their own layoffs. It's just a real reminder that this is not the same generation that our grandparents grew up in, where you could literally work a job for 20, 30, even 40 years and then retire nicely and just live a comfortable life. Nowadays, you constantly have to watch your back. Doesn't matter if you've been at the company for 20 years or 30 years. You can get laid off in an instant. I'm seeing more and more people wake up with emails in their inbox with HR CC'd on it, which is an automatic sign that you're about to get laid off. So if you're working a 9 to 5, my advice is to network, build relationships, because if you get laid off, there's nothing worse than not being able to go to anybody. Make sure you have strong relationships in place. Make sure that your resume is up to date. Make sure you're keeping note of all of your accomplishments while you still have access to that data. And my final piece of advice is if a recruiter like me reaches out and they have a job that you might be interested in, take the conversation. explore it. Because right now, your company won't be loyal to you and you don't owe them anything, and you literally need to watch your own back.
In case you didn't know, I was laid off from Calendly earlier this year, and yesterday I heard 70 more of my friends and previous coworkers were laid off. And that sucks, literally 10 days before Christmas. What I didn't realize is how triggering and how upset I would feel, even though here I am still searching for a job. It really just sucked to think of all those people getting the news and being in this position. And it sucks that these layoffs keep happening. I mean, the signs have been there for Calendly. I really hope maybe Tope can get its stuff together and bring it back to life. But be on the lookout for your friends and family who may have been laid off this week. I know Calendly is not the only company to do this leading up to the holidays, so it's a rough market out there. Just be sure to be there for everyone.